Welcome back to Market on Close. It's time to talk a little bit of crude after the president's tweets this morning about going after OPEC to get prices lower. Well, crude moved a little bit lower, but not a huge move. What I'm more interested in is the Brent crude spread. Bob Iacchino is joining us, the founder, chief strategist at Path Trading Partners. You know, I love chatting about this, Bob, because last time this happened, things moved very quickly when it reversed. So, as we see, I don't know what to call it, contraction of this spread the past couple days here. What's on your mind?
Sure, it's contracted. Well, the spread was on my mind. We talked about that last time I was in studio and the last time I was on with you, is that spread blowing out means that either Brent's coming down, WT is going up relative to it at some point. Now, the spread can stay wide, usually for geopolitical reasons, for quite a long time. This time we saw it blow out to about 12:04. I believe that was September 10th or 11th, somewhere around that time. And we got down to $7 today on the lows. So that's a good sign for sort of the normalizing of price action. Having said that, the volatility we've seen, you know, Oliver, I generally have an opinion as to which way crude is going when I talk to you. I kind of don't. And I'll tell you why. In terms of bearish fundamental factors, bullish fundamental factors, it's one-to-one and pick them. I mean, they're the same to me. You've got oversupply out of Russia, largest production in the post-Soviet era coming out of Russia. They soaked up about the entire 1 million barrel increase that OPEC agreed to. You've still got U.S. production ramping up, although they haven't quite figured out the logistics nightmare. And then you've got the summer driving season depressing demand, lowest demand for gasoline coming, and we got gasoline supplies 8% above the 5-year average. Then on the bullish side, we've got simple price action. I mean, price action looks like we're about ready to break that triple top we have. Triple top is not an actual technical pattern, but when something hits something 3 times, it generally continues. So if you looked at it as a technical pattern, it's a continuation pattern. Yeah. And then we've got Iran, right? And we've got Venezuela, and we've got the Saudis being comfortable with higher prices. We're kind of balanced. Yeah. So I need to see this meeting. I need to see the Algerian meeting and what comes of it.
I think it's really a point that makes sense, Bob, because you look at the push and the pull, and it's tough to kind of tell a narrative, is the way I would put it from my perspective, looking at the news flow. Yeah. The chart might also kind of suggest this, because I would wager this has been going on for a while, right? Trying to figure out who picks up what supply if the Iranian sanctions get heavy, who picks up Venezuelan supply, the stuff that you're talking about. Even though if you look at that chart for inventories, there's been some blips along the way, but I mean, it's been lower and lower. The draws have been there to be that bullish fundamental catalyst. Then does it make sense that the chart for crude for the first time in basically 8 months is netted out sideways? We're at $70 right now, and we were at $70 back in May. So perhaps you're onto something here, Bob.
It's a sideways pattern since about April, right? And you're right. We hit 70 in May, then we hit it again about a month ago, then we hit it again now, and we're here again. As I mentioned, and I've mentioned to you before, I form a fundamental opinion, and then I look at what the charts are telling me. Right now, my fundamental opinion is balanced. The charts are showing me a slightly bullish pattern. I love this stuff. I love crude oil. I love trading it. I don't have a position on. I'm not looking to put one on till I see what comes, because I think the Algerian meeting is going to be contentious. I really do. Yeah. Given how much production Russia has put out there, I don't think the Saudis were looking for that or wanted to see it. And then we've got the Iranians turning off the transponders, the GPS on their tankers, right? We had a tanker leave Iran, turn off its transponder, and when they turn it back on, it was in India. So are they trying to kind of skirt the sanctions? Does that bring us to some sort of military solution to the sanctions? A lot of this stuff is very free-flowing and volatile. Yeah. So I'm waiting.
All right, there we go. Bob Iacchino bringing in some transponder talk for us. Love it. Deep in the weeds. Bob, we got to leave it there for now. We're out of time. Thank you, Mr. I. Bob is the founder and chief strategist at Path Trading Partners.